No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant.
What's up, guys? Saltine Cracker here. I have a question for my fellow white people out there. Have you ever been talking with a black person and then just kindly asked them if they're thankful for slavery because if slavery never happened, they'd still be in Africa? I know I have. Well, the lady on this video has some stuff to say for all you ignorant pieces of shit out there that think this. So let's take a look and see what she has to say.
Okay, so today I'm gonna do a video because I'm feeling a little awesome, you know. It's my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
And unlike y'all, I don't age in dog years, so feeling kind of good about my reflection.
Oh, never mind. I take back my happy birthday because you're a bitch.
Today I am going to discuss. There's a certain phrase that saltines like to tell me whenever they get a little upset about us having the audacity, the nerve, the gall to call them on their bullshit.
I wonder what you mean when you say that you're calling white people on their bullshit. Like, are you blaming white people today for slavery, or are you calling out people for things that they've done in their own lifetimes? Because it's kind of important as to how they're going to respond to you.
You should really be thanking us. If it wasn't for us, y'all would still be in Africa doing some dumbass shit like paying for things with chicken, drinking cow piss, or eating each other.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but they're clearly fucking retarded. Are any of those things that you listed actually negative stereotypes of Africa? I've never heard any of them. You know, if I was actually gonna say that black people should be thankful for slavery and that they're not in Africa, I would go along the lines of it would be more likely that you'd be starving or you would have AIDS. But on the plus side, you'd be able to strike your enemies down with lightning bolts.
There's a place in KZN in Tabialingana, and they believe that through the magic, you call it black magic, they call it witchcraft, others, that you are able to send a lightning to strike someone. So can you explain that science?
Now, you would have nothing if it was for us. Patent. The only thing white folks ever invented. The patent.
White people only invented patents and legal racism. I don't even know that there's just so much bullshit to that statement that I don't even know. Do I need to do any research or present any inventions that white people have done? Because I think we can all agree that people of all races and genders and ethnicities have invented things. And what's up with the collectivist attitude? You know, just because a black person invented something doesn't mean that you somehow are now an inventor or special. You know, the Wright brothers made the airplane, so does that mean that I'm somehow special and I contributed to the creation of the airplane? No, dumbass.
And legal racism.
Legal racism? That kind of just comes with freedom of speech and freedom of expression. So if you want to get rid of one of those, you can be my guest and try, which, you know, people are actually trying to do, so that's great.
Now, it was illegal for slaves to patent anything because they were not citizens.
Slaves couldn't patent anything because they didn't have money or freedom.
So white folks took credit for everything that black folks made, like the cotton gin. Why would a white person want to make a slave's job easier?
Well, I can think of a few reasons why white people might invent something that would help slaves' lives get easier. You know, if you're into happy feel-goodery, not all white people hated all black people, and not all white people supported slavery, since slavery was bad for white people too. It was good for the wealthy. But the more realistic and probably the actual reason why a white person would have invented something to help slaves is because slavery is about getting that paper. It wasn't about holding black people back. It was about getting the most money for your buck. The wealthy people, they want to generate as much money for themselves as possible, and so using slaves helps your manufacturing costs and your production costs. So if a white person invented a machine that could help part of the manufacturing process, why wouldn't they do that? But the invention of the cotton gin would hardly make slaves' lives easier, because, you know, they'd still be working the same hours, which is their entire lives. So, and they're still going to get treated like shit. I don't know how the cotton gin would make their lives easier. Slaves' lives weren't hard because they had to do work. It was because the conditions that they were put in, plus having to do work, plus not getting paid for that work. Now she's about to go through and list a bunch of inventions that supposedly black people invented and white people took credit for. I'm only going to talk about a few of these because she makes some other claims around the invention claim. But if you want to see somebody go through all of the claims that she makes and show who actually invented them, check out this video by Tyler Preston 20. I'll link his video down in the description. I'll give you a little spoiler before you watch it. Like 90% of them that she names are actually invented by white people and not black people. But to her credit, some of them were actually invented by black people, but I don't think that people assume that they're invented by white people or done first by white people.
The air conditioner, the idea, and the actual apparatus. Back in Egyptian times, they would put the ice and the cool water and fan and all that stuff.
Did she actually just claim that black people came up with the idea for staying cool in hot weather? I think that idea predates civilization. You know, plenty of animals do shit to keep themselves cool in hot weather. I think it's safe to assume that every civilization that lived in a hot climate came up with the idea for staying cool independently.
Baby carriages, you know, since obviously we were raising your kids, because y'all don't do a job of it, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh yes, I had almost forgotten about my dear black nanny, Aunt Jemima. You know, she took care of me, because typical white people not taking care of their fucking kids. My parents had way too much white people shit going on to take care of me and my family. Damn it.
Open heart fucking surgery for all you fat motherfuckers out there overeating. I think we have one specific old man who's on his 8th or 9th heart transplant now. Yeah, but let's keep on pretending y'all don't need us. We're your gods. We give you life, bitches.
Oh God. Did she just refer to all black people as gods? What does that say about gods then? If you can get enslaved by an inferior creature, what does that say about your race? Now personally, I don't think that white people are better than black people or vice versa, and that's why I think that black people could be enslaved by white people. It's also why white people can be enslaved by white people or black people or whoever, and any human can be enslaved by other humans, because we're all equally inferior. But as for the rest of your statement, you know, a black person was the first person to successfully perform open heart surgery. So good on you for that. And when you're talking about all you fat motherfuckers out there, I hope you weren't being racial with that, because black people have the highest percentage of obese out of all the demographics. I'm not sure why you were taking a jab at Whitey for being fat.
This false pride is a sickness. Your ego is a sickness. Your narcissism is a sickness. You think highly of yourself when you should actually hate yourself, which socially the majority of you do.
So which is it? Do we think highly of ourselves, or do we hate ourselves? Those are pretty contradictory.
Like me. Y'all white people will call me out saying I hate people, I hate myself, I'm bitter, I'm jealous, I'm this and that, for mentioning actual truth about white people.
Oh, come on. I would never say those things about you, because I personally don't think that any of those describe you. However, I would call you a small-minded dumbass racist who has been brainwashed into a fucked up mentality.
But then you'll ignore the last 500 years of white people shitting on black folks and calling them ugly and having nigger boy soap and all this other stuff and claim that's just the past. No, that's everything that is you. Period.
Nobody is ignoring what happened in the past. But it was in the past, and I wasn't alive during what happened in the past, so I'm curious as to how I am at all responsible for what happened, or how that's descriptive of who I am as a person. There's a better chance that my ancestors weren't slave owners than that they were slave owners. My family didn't even come over to America until the early 1900s, so we missed the American slavery. Now, that doesn't mean that my ancestors weren't racist, but I don't give a shit what they were.
You hate yourselves for not being the gods that we are.
Could we get a playback on that, please? Coupled in with a comment that she made earlier in the video.
This false pride is a sickness. Your ego is a sickness. Your narcissism is a sickness. You think highly of yourself when you should actually hate yourself. You think highly of yourself. You hate yourselves for not being the gods that we are. The gods that we are.
The gods that we are.
Ah, the projection is strong in this one. How can she say that white people think very highly of themselves, as if it's a bad thing, and then call herself and her whole race gods, unironically?
We give you life. We sustain your life. You owe us your lives.
Nobody owes you shit, bitch.
But you keep on pretending that you did somebody a favor, so you can ignore the fact that we are your fucking gods, bitches.
And there's a third time referring to black people as gods. That doesn't make you sound like a supremacist at all.
No. Fuck your day, bitch.
Wasn't she just such a pleasant person? I just have one last thing that I'd like to add to her.
I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hate your guts. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you.
And that's the end of this video. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you. This video ran a little long. I just want to apologize for my insanely unfunny jokes. Probably can't even call them jokes. But if you did enjoy my video, please give it a like or comment. If you really liked what you saw and you want to see more from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And I hope all of you are having a great day, and peace.
No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant.
Sure hope this doesn't count as cannibalism.